In today's lesson, I have something quite extraordinary and quite special for you. And I do believe if you utilize that, if you take advantage of those things that I'm about to give you in the next few minutes, so that will absolutely make your sound in English more natural and more like a native speaker. So let's jump into the video. Number 1. In the first step, I would like to give you some expressions and some alternative ways that you can and should utilize instead of asking someone, "How are you?" and instead of saying, "I'm fine," just and only to make your first impression. Because first impression is the last impression. I hope you must have heard about that. Like whenever we meet someone, so after saying hi, hello to each other, then we definitely ask, "How are you?" which is quite more old-fashioned. And the people have been stopped using it. No one use it because it sounds weird. And that's why I highly recommend all of you guys to stop asking someone, "How are you?" and stop answering, "I'm fine." It sounds weird. Instead, utilize this one. How is it going? How is it going? How is it going is another way to ask someone, "How are you?" but quite sophisticated. And the answer of this question, "How is it going?" should be, "It's going well, it's going pretty well." How is it going on you? Number 2, how are you doing? How are you doing also means, how are you? But sometimes when I ask the people, how are you? How are you doing? So they answer me, I'm a student, I'm a job holder. And that is the wrong answer. The answer of this question should be, "I'm doing great, I'm doing fantastic, thanks. How are you doing?" And number 3, what's going on? If someone asks you what's going on, so it could mean what's happening. It could also mean how are you? And if I ask you what's going on here, so this means what's happening here. And the answer is quite simple. Not much, not really. And the 4th one, what's up? What's up is quite popular. People use it all the time. And first of all, keep in mind that what's up has been derived from what's the update. And if someone asks you what's up, so it could mean what news do you have to tell me, or what events are taking place, or simply how are you? And the answer of this question should be not much, not really. Keep in mind that the word much means anything interesting or worth mentioning. Like if you don't want to mention your work, or maybe if you are not doing something that is worth mentioning or interesting, so just simply say not much, not really. Number 5th and my favorite expression that I use sometime, like not all the time. You can't use it all the time. And that is, how have you been? Say after me, how have you been? This is another way to ask someone, "How are you?" But you can't use this expression if you are meeting with someone for the very first time, or a stranger or whatever. You can use this expression, "How have you been?" if you have already met someone previously. So these are the 5 quite sophisticated and alternative ways that you can and should utilize and stop asking someone, "How are you?" and stop saying, "I'm fine." And also keep in mind that native speakers use these expressions all the time, and you will definitely hear it in movies and in conversation and everywhere. So whenever you strike up a conversation, so try your best to utilize one of these expressions, like how is it going, how are you doing, etc. Number 2, we have the word hell, or the phrasal verb hell from. I found this phrasal verb hell from so many times while reading a newspaper, watching movies, and even having a conversation with someone. Like I mean that this phrasal verb hell from is quite popular and you will definitely hear it. So the meaning of this phrasal verb is to come from or to have been born in a particular place. Like in more simple words, you can and should use this phrasal verb hail from instead of saying belong to. These two words has the same meaning, but I would highly recommend everyone to stop asking someone, where are you from? Where do you belong to? Instead, you have to ask the person, where do you hail from? Where does he hail from? And you will sound more smart. Personally, I hail from Egypt. Where do you hail from? Let us know in the comment section below, and I would love to know about that. Number third. So in the third step, we are going to learn about how to ask about someone's job. Like if you are curious and want to know about someone's job, someone's occupation. So you can simply ask the person, what do you do? Or what do you do for a living? Or what kind of work do you do? The fourth and my third expression, what line of work are you in? So these are the four expressions that you can use to ask about and know about someone's job. But what if someone asks about your job? That what do you do or what line of work are you in? So what you can say? You can simply say, I'm a doctor, I'm a teacher, I'm an engineer, or whatever your job, your occupation is. But I recommend you to simply say, I'm in the charge of whatever your occupation is. Like for example, if you ask me, what line of work are you in? So I would say something like, I'm in the charge of helping my student, like at YouTube, also at English Institute. Keep in mind, in charge of means your duty. What are you responsible for? And I hope it's clear now. And number four, we have a phrasal verb, break up. But don't get confused about this phrasal verb, break up, because here we are not referring to the relationship between BF and GF. Break up here simple means a not clear voice. Like you can and should utilize this phrasal verb if you are talking with someone on the phone call and if his voice is not clear. If it is just like a guitar and if his voice is breaking up so much like this. So you can say your voice is breaking up. This means your voice is not clear. For example, let's imagine you are talking to me on the phone call and my voice is not clear because of the internet connection. I have a bad internet connection. So you can say, I beg your pardon, your voice is breaking up so much and I can't make you out what you are on about. So in this statement, we have three important phrasal verbs. Number one, your voice is breaking up so much. Break up means you don't have a clear voice. So your voice is breaking up so much, your voice is not clear. And I can't make you out, mean I can't understand. Make out is a phrasal verb which means to understand something. And what you are on about. On about means what you are talking about. So I repeat, your voice is not clear and thereby I can't understand what you are talking about. This is the meaning of this sentence. And a quick summary. Break up. Break up is a phrasal verb which means not clear voice. And make out. To make something out is another phrasal verb. And this means to understand something. Like if you can't understand something, right? So simply say, I can't make something out. This means you can't understand something. It could be everything. And the third one, on about. On about means talking about. Like sometimes we can and should say what you are on about instead of saying what you are talking about. And I hope it's clear now. Number five, we have an expression. What's your aspiration? What's your aspiration? Simple mean, what's your goal, aims, and objective in life? Like whenever we want to know about someone's goals and objective in life, every person must have some aims in life, objective and goal. But we simply ask the person, what's your goal and what's your aim in life? Using the word aim and goals is not a bad word. You can use it all the time. But we use it all the time, and that's why these words are a bit boring. And I recommend you not to ask someone, what are your goals and aims? If you ask, it's fine, but don't ask someone. If you want to make your sound more professional, So simply ask the person, what are your aspirations in life? What are your aspirations? It also means what are your goals and an objective. So my aspiration is to become a professor. What about you? What's your aspiration? Let us know in the comment section. And number six. Number six, we have just a vocabulary, just a word, prerogative. Say after me, prerogative. Would you want to know about someone's opinion? So we simply ask the person, what's your opinion about something? And that is boring. According to my perspective, using the word opinion nowadays is boring because we use it all the time. And that's why I highly recommend everyone to stop asking someone, what's your opinion about something? It's boring. Instead, utilize these two words, prerogative and perspective. Both has the same meaning. And you can ask the person, what's your prerogative about something? Or what's your perspective about something? And you will sound more impressive. Like for example, right now, I would like to know your opinion about this current lesson. Like, what's your prerogative about this lesson? Are you finding it useful or just a waste of time? Number seven. Number seven and our second last word will completely blow the mind of your listener and will also make your sound super natural. And that word is elaborate. The word elaborate means to add detail or clarify the meaning. Like whenever we are talking with someone on the phone call or maybe face to face, if we don't understand something, so we simply ask the person, what do you mean by that point? Or what do you mean by that word, price, or whatever? Or maybe, can you repeat that word please? Which is quite direct and impolite. So I recommend everyone not to ask someone, what do you mean by that word? Or what do you mean by that point? Or can you repeat that word please? If you want to make your sound more professional and more natural, so simply ask the person, would you elaborate on the last point, word, press, or whatever? And the second one, I wonder if you could possibly elaborate on the last point, please. The second one is even more polite. And whenever I don't understand something, so I simply ask the person, would you elaborate on the last point, etc. So this means, would you clarify the meaning of that point? For example, me and my friend, we've been working on a project. So a few days ago, he called me and he asked about my prerogative about the project. Like he asked about my opinion about the project. So I told him on the phone call, this project is going to be quite straightforward. I don't foresee any complication. But he did not understand the meaning of this word straightforward. And that's why he asked me, would you please elaborate on the word straightforward please? So this means, would you clarify the meaning of the word straightforward? Because he did not understand the meaning of this word. And then I elaborated on this word. I said, the meaning of this word straightforward is easy. Like I said, this project is going to be quite straightforward, which means that this project is going to be quite easy and I don't foresee any complication. Keep in mind, foresee means expect. Like I don't expect any complication. This project is going to be easy. So I repeat, straightforward means easy and foresee means expect. And now the final step. Finally, we are going to learn about how to end a conversation properly and politely. Like we all get bored after a very long conversation. And sometimes we want to leave the conversation. We want to head out. But we don't know how to end a conversation on a proper and polite way. So here I also have some expressions that will help you a lot to end a conversation on a proper and polite way. And here they are. Number one, well, it was nice catching up with you. Number second, well, I don't want to keep you from your work. Number third, I will love chatting with you or I will love talking to you. But I'm going to go because my class starts in an hour. Number four, I must be off. I must be off. And number five, it was nice talking to you, but I've got to go. So These are the 5 expressions, the 5 polite way to end a conversation on a proper and polite way. And I did not explain these expressions one by one and too much because the time is quite short, and if we try to explain it one by one, so it would take us a lot of time. But I hope it was clear and you have understood them completely. After using these expressions, you can add your own excuse to get rid of a boring conversation. And I know you are the master of that.